Lesson 14, Variables, Programming 301. Some new concepts here. We're going to learn about variables so we can keep track of things like health or score, lives, etc. In order to add health and a score to our games, we need to make a special block ourselves. It's called a variable. A variable is just a block with its own name that can hold a value that can change. Okay, setting and changing variables. So after we create a variable, we can still change its value as much as we want. The set button and change. So set sets it to an exact value. Change changes it by a number. So if I set to 3, it's now set to 3. If I change by 1, it adds 1 to whatever the value was. So if it was 5, it would now be 6. And if I did change by 1 again and it was 6, it would now be 7. So that's what this is doing. This sets the score to 0. This changes the score by 100. Okay, and then local and global variables. So sometimes we want a variable that can be used for one actor only. Sometimes we want a variable that can be used and accessed and changed by any actor or even the stage in your game. So a local variable is a variable that's only for one actor, and a global variable is one that's by everybody. So a health variable would only be one that would be for one specific actor. You want a health for maybe each of the enemies or for your main character. A score, though, would want to be accessed by everybody in the game because other actors might change what they're doing based on that score. So for a local variable, you do for this actor only. And for a global, you do for all actors. So on a score, it would be all actors. On health, it would be this actor only. There is not a ton in this level. The things that you will be doing and some hints for you. You're going to work with a local variable to set the plane's health in this one. And you're going to decrease the health when it's hit with a fireball. This gives you all the code. You just have to read it and pull it out. So each time a fireball touches the plane, you're going to reduce the health by 1. It's very important that you set the health value whenever the game starts. Otherwise, it will be at whatever value it was the last time. Then you're going to work with global variables, and global variables are ones that can be accessed anywhere. You're going to work with giving 100 points each time the plane is destroyed. So you're going to have that health that's going on in here, but you're going to change the score by 100 when the health is less than 1. Super helicopters is kind of hard. So you're going to need to defeat all 3 helicopters to win. So this one has a lot going on, and again, it's silly because it's just like that last one in the last level where they didn't really tell you anything that you need to know, and it used blocks that are things that we haven't done before, which is super annoying. I don't know why they do that. So I'm going to give you the answer for this one because it's silly. So first thing we're going to do is say, when touching clone of fireball, we're going to change the health by -1. So we're going to take away when the fireball hits, we'll take away 1 point. And then when the health is less than 1, we're going to switch to, and this is going to be a little bit different than what we did in previous ones. We're going to switch to Explosion 1. And then we're going to go through the other 4 costumes for Explosion, because there's 5 total. We're going to say next costume, and then wait a little bit, like 0.05 seconds. After we go through that whole spiel of the explosion, then we'll hide it. So you need to kill 3 helicopters with this. So now you can move up and down and left and right, but you need to be able to kill these helicopters, and they can take a lot of fire. They each can take 3, and they can hit you, and you only have 3 lives, so I would highly suggest that you just keep shooting and flying and shooting and flying until you get all 3. All right, the next thing that you're going to have to do is program this Snowball Fight. And I want you to try this one on your own. So you're going to need to set the health for each bird and change them through some different costumes. Look at the code of what we did in the past level to program this level. Look at the what we did with the local and the global variables here. So the score and the health, it'll help you to build this. And reach out to me if you need help with it. Don't forget to do the quiz.